Welcome back, everybody, to the Sky Factory. So last time well, not last time because you guys won't see it. I recorded it what I was hoping to be an episode. It just ended up not getting much stuff done. So I just want to quickly go over kind of what I did, and actually get into getting some things done. So last time we got our fine storage system set up. I went ahead and put a new crafting grid up here too, so to have access to the system from up top here. I kind of started talking about the chickens a little bit. Basically, these are like tier 1 chickens. In order to make those, you just craft them. So if I look at chickens, you can see all these kind of solid color eggs up here are the ones that you can craft. They can't be bred. So you just have to craft these eggs, and you toss them just like a vanilla egg has a chance if you toss it to spawn a chicken. So you just craft these things up and toss them until you get a chicken to spawn. So I went ahead and spawned a couple blue chickens and a couple green chickens, and I've started to breed them. You can see, I think some of these, like this guy, when they spawn in fresh, brand new chicken, they have base stats of 1. The growth, gain, and strength of their stats, which affect how fast they grow from a chicken or a baby into a full-size chicken, how long in between breeding before they can be bred again, and also I think the amount and frequency of their drop rates. So to level these guys up, as you can see, like this one here is a 554. You just breed 2 chickens of the same type together, and it will the offspring will have better stats than the parents. To breed them, you just right click them with seeds, 1 on each, and then they do their business, little kissy face action, and then a baby pops out. The the nursery monitor here separates the babies from the adults to kind of keep it a little more organized. It's easier to keep an eye on what's going on. As you can see, there's a growing cooldown, which will reduce the higher level the chicken is. It'll get shorter. And then there's a breeding cooldown, which will go down also. You can see this one's less than this one because it's a higher level. So you can boost the growing by feeding them seeds to a certain point of diminishing returns. Basically, I just try to get the growing cooldown less than the longest breeding cooldown. And we're going to go ahead and just ice this dude right here, so we don't need him anymore, because this guy and these two are the higher level ones. So that's something that'll just kind of be a continuous thing until I get those leveled up. I went ahead and set up some pipes and stuff. I ran some power over here, got some item pipes hooked up and ready to go, and I did go ahead and make some farming stations. The only thing kind of that we haven't seen before with these is the Z Logic controller, which is made from that slice and splice machine. It's the same recipe as the Enderman thing we did, except for it just uses a zombie head. And I made some capacitors to upgrade the show range. There it is. So it shows, upgrades the range of the machine. So yeah, that's basically what we left off. What was going to be last time, and it just, like I said, it just didn't turn out to be getting much done. So I decided to reshoot. So yeah, let's jump into it. So today what I want to do is get started making some mystical agriculture stuff. So let's pull that up. Mystical. I want to start getting some of these crop seeds growing, since I do have a little bit of a head start from the mob farm with the essence. Probably definitely want to do dirt, which is a tier 1 crafting seed, which is a base crafting seed. So some of these prosperity shards and just a vanilla seed gives us a base crafting seed. Just go ahead and make a couple of those, throw them back in the system. back to our dirt. We need a tier 1 seed. And then we should be good to make a dirt seed. Excellent. That's dirt. What's next? Let's see, dirt. Probably want to do a wood. So let's get one of those. Get a wood seed. Water we don't need. Ice probably don't need. And now we're up into tier 2, which is going to take some more working. And then tier 3 very quickly thereafter. Coal, probably not too important. You know, we can just burn the wood and the charcoal. If we run into a need where we absolutely have to have coal specifically, we can make some of those. So this is where the stuff gets really kind of in depth, getting to the higher tiers. So in order to get these, it's just a whole bunch of crafting and a whole bunch of infernium. So we need to get to a tier 3 crafting seed. We should have, nope. And this is where the this is where the automated crafting really is going to come into play. Where did that go? Let's just do iron seed. There we go. So we need a tier 1 seed. We're going to need a bunch of this prudentium. So let's do that. Just going to make a whole stack of that stuff. Throw some of this back in here. So that should be enough for the seed. Tier 1 seed, tier 2 seed. And we take this stuff here, repeat the process. So I need 4 of those to make the seed, right? To turn the tier 2 into a tier 3, I need 4. And then I'm going to need 4 more to actually craft the seed that we're trying to get. So let's go ahead and make 8 of those. Clear that out. Get our seed made. Pop that in there. And go ahead and put this in. And that should be what we need to get this iron seed. Excellent. Mystical. Let's just take a look at some other seeds we might want to have growing. Definitely want some redstone seed. So I need another tier 3. So that's one of these. Gonna need that stuff. Need a couple stacks of this probably. So you can see how this can get pretty tedious pretty quick, especially when you start getting into like tier 4, tier 5 stuff. Alright, clear that. Clear that. Tier 2. I need my crystal back. So I need 8 more of these again. It's not going to be enough, is it? Shucks. Let's just go ahead and make what we can make. We can go ahead and upgrade this seed again. Shabam. So there's that. I need one more piece of the tier 3 infernium. What's that, what they call it? Intermedium. So four of these should be good for that, right? Get this stuff out of here. 4 of those. Boom. Tier 3 seed. And redstone. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And that's probably going to be about it for tier 3. Don't need obsidian. And gold is tier 4. So yeah, I'm not going to mess with that stuff right now. I still do want to get, I want to try to get this thing full, at least with tier 1, potentially tier 2. And before I go too far, I want to go ahead and make up whatever, whatever fertilized dirt I can make. 14. Pop that in there. And how many of these do I have? I only have 4 for now. So let's we'll just do. Let's go ahead and just do the ones around this water block to keep it contained, so we don't have to mess with that anymore. Go in there. Till this stuff up, pop our seeds in, and start collecting some essence. And we'll put the rest of this fertilized dirt over here. So that should be 7, 8, 9, 10. If I'm doing my maths right. And till this. I'm going to pull these up out of here. Get those in this good dirt. Get it in the good dirt. Awesome. So that's that. We're chucking away with that. This thing should be collecting some wheat. Still hasn't filled up with seeds yet. I might go ahead and just take the seeds that I already have and fill that up, so that whatever seeds it does harvest, it would start just putting in the chest. If I remember how that works. Just go ahead and get all this stuff up. Da 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 da. And another 50. I only have 42. It's alright. Pop that in there. And let me grab my other. I might have screwed up there a little bit. That should be okay. I could probably just attach it to that pipe. Just trying to think of how I was going to get a machine placed in there. I want to place it right on top of the water like I did the other one. Farming station. And I should be able to just kind of... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Alright, so if I get down a little bit lower, I should be able to do it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that reminds me of something that I did last time that I need to do again now, so we'll talk about that. So basically, this thing has to have a tool for whatever kind of crop you're harvesting. It needs the corresponding tool to do it. So what we can do, go ahead and just throw this in here. Check my range, make sure it's not... Okay, good, it's not running into that. So at least I planned this part out right. Give me room to have, like my machines and stuff in here, and also not have these stations overlapping, picking up stuff from the other plots. Cool. So we don't need to worry about seeds in this one because we have to craft those manually anyway. And by default, the way this pack is set up, these don't drop seeds ever. that I've ever seen. They will drop on occasion the mystical agriculture version of bone meal, but they don't ever drop seeds. So we need a tool to put in that thing. And what we're going to do, as soon as I find my sugarcane here, let's clear this out. Get us some of this paper here. We're just going to make a mattock out of paper. Shovel, tool rod, axe. Go to the part builder tool forge thing. Put this together. Shazam. Just leave that in there. We're going to need some gold plates. I think my gold's already in here. Yep. Make up 5 of these real quick. And we'll upgrade that paper mattock to unbreakable, and then we won't ever have to worry about replacing the tools in that machine. You can put, any kind of, like for what we need is the hoe to pull up the crops. You could put anything from a wood all the way up to diamond in there, like vanilla recipes. But they will use durability, just as if you were using it yourself. So we just make an unbreakable tinker's tool that'll work just fine. And it'll never break, so we don't ever have to worry about replacing it. Grab a buttload of this stuff here. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Almost there, man. 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Do it. You can actually, you can put speed upgrades in these pipes too. It's really not crazy important. Oh, there we go. I got enough. Craft these guys up. Just like so. Just like we did last time. 5 of those equals unbreakable. Put those in. And just run that through like that. We can throw that in there now. This thing's going to say no seeds because it doesn't have seeds, like we said, but don't need them, so don't care. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up and just set it like right there. I really want to get these to stage 2 so that I can put them where the water is. The stage 2 ones grow a little bit quicker than stage 1. They have the same range, but they will, like this one, it says checks up to 2 blocks up or down for the the growth acceleration effect, which is cool. So I can put it where it is and it'll still like speed up the growth here. This one checks a higher vertical distance, but it's also a water source, so we can put it in place of that water and have it there, and then not have to have all this mess going on here. It just looks a little neater. And eventually I want to have at least one on each of these 2 plots of a stage 2. The stage 3 needs a dragon egg, which is, as you can see, that's a pretty crazy recipe. We're not going to get into that for quite a while, so stage 2 will just have to be good enough. But you can stack them, so theoretically we could go under here or above, either way, and just like cover the bottom of this thing, and the more we put, the more it accelerates up to a certain point where it basically just becomes instant. So yeah. Now, there was something else I just was thinking about doing. Oh, okay. I remember. I want to put an importer. Actually, not an importer. I want to put an external storage adapter onto that Infernium thing over there, so that I can access that chest from the system here, or up there, or wherever else I might end up putting a crafting grid. And the reason being, using this external storage adapter instead of just putting all that stuff in the system, is it'll have access to it, but it doesn't actually take up space in our disk drives. Which reminds me, I also did go ahead. You can see I'm already about half full for that 16K, so I went ahead and made a 64K, popped in there. That should hold us over for a while. Anyway, I need to make a couple of things here. Make one of those, one of these, and a couple chests. Two of those. Just throw those back in the system. And there we go. And I'm not sure how many of these pipes I might have left. Cable, not enough. So I'm going to need quite a few of those to get... I didn't mean to do that. That was kind of neat. So I need to get it over to here. And of course my power pipe is in the way there. Unfortunately, these don't mix with the Ender IO. That would be cool if they did, but they don't, so unfortunately we won't have that. We'll just have to run them next to each other. So yeah, that was what I was saying early off when I was first talking about these pipes, the way you can run them, you know, adjacent to each other like this, and they only take up one block space, so they kind of just stack together. It can be tricky to get them to depending on how you're setting them up, to get them to connect like that. But once you get them together the way you want them, it's pretty easy to run them. So I should be able to see that from down here now. So basically what I'm going to do is just follow this power conduit across. Come on, guy. Yeah, so when you're floating in the air like this, it's kind of the same as being in water. It slows down your tool efficiency quite a bit. But we're not going too far here, so it's not too terrible. I guess, let's see, which side do I want to come down? I could just hook it up right here. It's like the closest place, huh? So I'm going to come to the other side of this. Come on, guy. Settle down now. So that should be pretty good. And then once I get to here, I can just shoot over. But I'm going to need probably like a stack worth of these cables. Cable. 48. Let's go 48. That should get us close. And so we'll just do one of these deals. Whoop. Come on now. There we go. Come back from this way. So yeah, having this jetpack really helps with this kind of stuff too, keeping these pipes kind of out of the way. $24 left. I think we should be okay. Just come down one. Do that. good. And there we go. So now the only thing we have to do, well, first we have to break this because I didn't put my adapter on there. Put this external storage on there. That's the one thing about doing this stuff when you're floating. You have to shift right click a lot of this stuff, and then holding the shift key like makes you descend. So you got to do a little bit of finger gymnastics. We just pop one of these into the external adapter there. Basically, that will allow us to see this item from the external storage. So now if I come over here and look at my Infernium, 64. That is not correct. Incorrect, sir. So why didn't that work? It says it's got a... Oh, that's not the right... Stupid. Oh my god. That was total fail. That's not the right... It's not the right storage. Shit. Alright, let's go back up and see. Damn it. Okay. So we want this to be right here. Just make a little room to get to this thing. That would explain why that didn't work. Alright, that makes more sense. So yeah, you can see we've got almost 2,000 Infernium in here. So now if we pop this on there, I had already taken out the one stack of that stuff I had left out of the system. So now if I look at it, you can see there 1.9K. Excellent. So it's accessing that storage, but it's not actually filling up our disk drives. This actually went down because I took some stuff out. So cool beans. That's gonna make life a little easier. The next step is to teach that thing how to make the seeds and stuff, at least the basic recipes for like the stages of the Infernium essence and like the crafting seeds, how to make those growth, not the growth crystals, but the crystal thing that does the magic to the seeds. Infusion crystal. So yeah, cool. So now we should start collecting. You can see this stuff just takes freaking ever to grow. And I may have to actually move this. I don't know if it's actually doing anything at the moment for us. It says 2 blocks up or down, and that's only 2 blocks away, so it should be. Maybe it just sucks that bad. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. So I'm gonna work on getting these chickens upgraded. Really not sure why at this point. I did figure out I needed some blue dye to make some of the parts to upgrade those growth crystals. I was thinking I was gonna have to make chickens to breed, just the easiest way to get the dye, but it turns out that you can just craft the cactus dye and lapis together to make what I needed. So, but that's okay. The chickens, I do want to have at least a bunch of them over here pooping around so that I can collect that and upgrade my dirt. Gotta dirt my dirt. All right, cool. So on that note, we'll cut this off now, and hopefully that kind of fills in the gap for what didn't get done last time. I feel like when I watch this back, I think it'll be okay. Anyway, hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll catch you next time. See you later.